The rain hit the windshield like tiny drumbeats as Mia gripped the steering wheel, squinting to see the winding road ahead. Her hands trembled, not from the storm, but from the storm inside her. She had no idea what she was walking into, only that she needed this weekend house-sitting gig like her life depended on it. Because, in a way, it did. At 28, Mia James had seen more downs than ups. A former preschool teacher turned struggling part-time barista, she had been laid off twice in the past year. Her mother's medical bills had drained what little savings she had. When her friend Hannah, a professional house-sitter, got sick last minute and asked Mia to cover her shift, she jumped on the opportunity, even if it meant driving 3 hours into the hills of upstate New York. She pulled up to the massive iron gates, which creaked open as if sensing her presence. The mansion ahead was less of a house and more of a modern-day palace. Floor-to-ceiling windows, manicured hedges, and a front lawn that could fit her entire apartment complex. Mia parked and walked up the stone path, tugging her coat tighter. She'd expected the house to be empty. Instead, the door swung open before she even rang the bell. And standing there, barefoot, holding a steaming cup of coffee, was him. "You're early," he said, voice low and puzzled. His hair was a mess of curls, his stubble unshaven, and he wore a hoodie that looked like it cost more than her rent. Mia blinked. "I thought the house would be vacant. I'm here to house-sit." He frowned, then gave a short laugh. "I forgot I scheduled someone. I was supposed to be in Dubai by now." Mia stood awkwardly on the welcome mat, soaked and uncertain. "If it's a bad time, I can." No, he said quickly. "Come in. I guess, the house can handle 2 humans at once." She stepped inside, instantly enveloped by warmth and the smell of roasted coffee and vanilla candles. It was quiet, too quiet. The house echoed, despite its lavish furnishings. Like it had forgotten what company felt like. "I'm Jace," he said, reaching out a hand. Mia stared. Jace Langston. The name clicked in her head like a spark. The Jace Langston. Billionaire tech innovator. Youngest man on Forbes 40 under 40. Known for building apps that connected millions. Known for building walls around himself even faster. She took his hand. "Mia." He smiled. "Nice to meet you, Mia. Well, welcome to the castle." The hours passed strangely. Mia expected to be shown her room and left alone. But Jace lingered. He asked if she wanted tea. Then offered dinner. He had a private chef, but preferred cooking himself. "Something about chopping vegetables keeps me grounded," he joked. She learned he wasn't arrogant, as the tabloid suggested. He was thoughtful. Quiet. Lonely. They ate together at the marble kitchen island while the wind howled outside. She laughed when he burned the garlic bread. He smiled when she told him about her preschool kids and how one once tried to teach her how to speak dolphin. By the end of the night, Mia forgot she was house-sitting. It felt like she'd been invited. Like she belonged. The next morning, Mia woke to birdsong and sunlight pouring through the sheer curtains of her guest suite. She padded down the hallway, expecting silence, but found Jace in the sunroom, reading a children's book aloud. She paused. "Is that the Velveteen Rabbit?" He turned, sheepish. "My mom used to read it to me. I found it in storage yesterday. Thought I'd revisit it." She sat across from him. "That's one of my favorites." He smiled. "What's your favorite part?" She didn't hesitate. "When the skin horse says, 'Real isn't how you are made. It's a thing that happens to you.' When a child loves you for a long, long time," Jace finished. "Not just to play with, but really loves you, then you become real." Their eyes met. Something passed between them. Silent but electric. By afternoon, the storm had cleared, and Jace invited her on a walk through the woods behind the estate. They walked for hours, talking about everything and nothing. She learned his father died when he was 12. That he built his first app in high school after getting bullied. That he hadn't been close to anyone since his college girlfriend left him when he was too busy building an empire. I didn't even fight her, he admitted, voice raw. Thought if I just became successful enough, everything would be okay. Mia touched his arm. You don't have to be okay all the time. He looked at her like no one ever said that before. That evening, Mia found herself sitting beside him on the rooftop terrace, wrapped in a blanket, sipping hot cocoa under the stars. I always thought rich people didn't get cold, she teased. He chuckled. Turns out money doesn't buy better circulation. They were quiet for a moment. Then Jace spoke, softly. This is the first time in a long time I've felt real. Mia turned to him. You make this place feel like a home, he said. Her breath caught. But then, almost as quickly, he looked away. Sorry. That was weird. It wasn't, she whispered. But neither of them said anything more that night. The weekend passed too fast. Sunday morning arrived with the weight of goodbye pressing down on them. Mia packed her bag in silence. Jace lingered in the hallway, watching her. I can have my driver take you back, he offered. I'm okay. I need the drive to think. He walked her to the door. I know this was supposed to be a job, he said. But, thank you for being here. Not just in this house. In my life. She smiled. Thank you for letting me in. And with that, she stepped into the rain. 2 weeks passed. No messages. No calls. Mia told herself it meant nothing. That billionaires didn't fall for house-sitters. That she'd only imagined the warmth in his voice, the softness in his eyes. She returned to her part-time shifts, to bills, to the noise of the city and the loneliness that clung to it. Then, one rainy Friday, her doorbell rang. She opened it to find Jace, soaked, out of breath, and holding a bag of garlic bread. You left before I could say the right thing, he said. So I burned garlic bread again. Thought I'd bring it as a peace offering. Mia laughed, eyes flooding. I've been thinking about you every day. I thought I could forget you. But I can't. You made me feel seen, Mia. You made me feel real. She stepped forward, heart pounding. I never stopped thinking about you either, she whispered. Jace didn't leave that night. Or the next. Months passed. Mia didn't become a millionaire overnight. But she became something better, valued. Loved. She returned to teaching, funded by a quiet scholarship Jace started in her name. Not for publicity, but because she asked him to help other kids who couldn't afford quality early education. You helped me find my purpose again, she told him one evening, curled on the couch. Now I want to help others do the same. Jace leaned in and kissed her forehead. That's why I love you. A year later, the house was no longer quiet. Laughter echoed through the halls. Jace and Mia hosted community events, fostered rescue dogs, and welcomed underprivileged families to use their estate for weekend retreats. The mansion wasn't just a home anymore. It was a haven. A place where healing began. Where strangers became family. Where love made everything real.